Hey guys, is there really a secret F word that makes her chase you? Well, yes and no, actually. In this video, I'm going to give you the secret F word that makes her chase you, but it's actually part of a bigger strategy. And I'm going to give you 5 flirting examples using this F word. So if you're new to my channel, welcome to Just the Tip Tuesday. So, as you may or may not know, in the pickup artist community, using this strategy with the secret F word is called a neg, or potentially a disqualifier. So basically what a neg or disqualifier is when you're going to go in and you are basically rejecting her to begin with to try and get her challenge gene working so that she wants to earn your attention and company. So if the circumstances are in alignment, and this is key, they have to be in alignment, yes, you will have a much better chance, probably a 300% better chance of getting her interested in you, potentially chasing you, and maybe even making the first moves on you when you use this word. But it only works in certain circumstances. So if they tell you it'll work on every girl or any girl, no, that's not true. So don't buy into that. So first of all, okay, what's the secret F word? The secret F word is friend. So for example, if you said, "Aw, Ashley, you're such a good friend," when she does something nice for you, then she's going to take note. Did he just call me a friend? Did he just friend zone me? She will notice that, whether or not she's interested in you. Now, if she is interested in you or potentially can be interested in you, then it may trigger that challenger gene that makes her want to prove that she can get you. We all have that gene in us a little bit where, if we're told we can't have something, sometimes we want it a little bit more and we try to get it just to prove we can. Now, when does it not work? Well, sometimes we don't go for things when it really isn't that important to us. So if she has an interest of, let's say, 5 attraction to you or lower, then this is not going to work no matter what you do. And you are just going to end up in the friend zone. There are some benefits of the friend zone, which I've talked about in other videos, so you might want to watch those. I'll put those at the end. But if you are interested in a particular girl and you're going to use this strategy, well, you have to be pretty skilled, and she has to actually have a potential to like you or likes you a little bit, and that will actually increase her attraction. Now, if she likes you a lot, you don't even have to use this unless you're using it playfully and obviously, and you like her, she knows you like her, and she likes you, and she knows you know what I mean? Yeah. So if you both know you like each other, it's probably not going to be necessary, but you can use it as a fun flirt or a tease. And I'll get into more examples here in a minute. Now, the key point here is this strategy, this secret F word that makes her chase you, is not a short investment. So in other words, this is going to take a little bit longer for it to work if she's in the neutral zone, where she could potentially get attracted to you, but she doesn't have a really high level of attraction already. You are actually going to have to work the friend zone, but you can do it while making sure to maintain actual tension. So here's how you're going to do that. If you're working the friend zone, then you might say something like, "Hello, my friend. What are you up to this weekend?" So you're putting it right out there that there's nothing expected of her other than friendship. And at the same time, you're asking to spend time with her. So this way she feels less pressure and she doesn't feel that sense of suffocation where if a girl is not certain about her feelings and you come on too strong, then she may back away because she doesn't want to encourage you, thinking that she is for sure interested and then might have to disappoint you later on. So if you take the pressure off of her, then you can spend time together. You can prove your worth and value to her while you're spending time with her, and she can gauge her attraction to you during those interactions. And yes, if there is a potential for attraction to you and you do prove your value to her in a way that's meaningful to her, then it can work. So yes, it can work sometimes. And of course, if she actually does have an attraction to you, but maybe she's a bit shy or she's not wanting to reveal that too obviously, Well, if you say friend, but you continue to flirt, I'll give you the flirts in a minute, then she's going to try and get you in. She's going to work for you more. And like any other skill, friend zoning a girl effectively to get her to become your girlfriend, if it's even possible, does take a lot of practice and failure and reevaluation and practicing it again before you can become a master at it. So what is flirting? Flirting is using fun, playful, teasing interaction with sexual tension and innuendo. If I tell you how much I like your body, friend, would you hold it against me? Flirting includes inside jokes. For example, you've recently had a conversation with your newly friend-zoned friend, who you've got the hots for, about whether or not women with tattoos are naughtier in the bedroom. And you're at a restaurant or at a pub or at a nightclub or wherever you're at, and your server shows up with, she's a female with a sleeve of tattoos. So you give each other the knowing glance, like, I wonder what she's like. Or you might wink at your friend and say, I'll bet she's a naughty minx. So you're not only adding some sexual innuendo to the conversation, but you're actually directing it towards another woman in an innocent, playful way with an inside joke that you and your friend-zoned friend are in together, which does two things, actually maybe three things. So one, it introduces sexual tension to your conversation. Two, it introduces competition in the form of another woman, and you've got the inside joke. That's something that's shared just between the two of you. Flirting includes granny touching. So when you're definitely in the friend zone, you want to stay safe in the touch areas. So wherever you would touch your grandmother is probably a safe place where you can touch your friend zoned friend. So, you know, the small of her back or her shoulder or her arm, you're definitely going to want to avoid, of course, the TNA zones, but also, like, would you put your hand in your grandmother's thigh? Probably not. So if you stay to these sort of safety zones, then you will at least break the touch barrier, which of course touching is personal. So that's a form of flirting. Now, how to tie this in with using the secret F word that makes her chase you would be to do something like, hey, give me your hand. I'm going to tell you your future. So then if she gives you her hand, that's a good sign. If she doesn't, that's also a sign. So she gives you her hand and you look at her palm and you're going to read her palm and you say something sort of cheeky like, it says here you're going to meet a charming gentleman who's going to friend zone you. And of course, you both know that you're talking about you. Flirting includes teasing texts. I'm laughing because this one happened to me. It's so funny. Okay, you text her, I love redheads. Now, of course, you could say, I love blondes, I love brunettes, I love silver-haired, foxy ladies, if you're in that zone, or lots of young ladies are now letting their hair go silver. Anyway, so you say whatever, I love redheads, or you text it. She replies with whatever, redheads are crazy. True. And then you reply, and so tasty. But then you text back right away again saying, star, nasty. I meant to say sometimes they can be nasty. And then of course she'll send you a little haha or something like that. This is not what I sent because I already knew this one. Anyways, that's one of the downfalls of knowing this stuff is, you know, the plays. Anyways, it's still fun. Then you finish up, because you're going to keep this in the F word that makes her chase you category. So you finish up this flirt with, you and I, friends for life. So you've thrown in a naughty. It was a funny. It was a purposeful oops. Definitely had innuendo in it. And at the same time, you got to throw in the F word, friend. And no, this guy didn't work with me, but for other reasons. Anyway, moving on. Flirting includes memes, funny memes, but usually a meme with at least some kind of little bit of sexual innuendo. And if you can throw the F word, the friend word in there somewhere, then bonus point for that. Now, you wanted to know how often to use the friend word in your interactions. You don't want to overuse it because it's going to seem obvious and contrived. And that's no good. She's going to pick up on that right away, and then you are going to be friend zoned for life. Okay, so rule of thumb is you will only use the F word once per text interaction, and only once per every 2 or 3 in-person interactions. And don't worry, if there's the slightest interest on her part, she will be chasing you in no time. Now, the key point is to go in with the mindset that you are only doing this as a playful, fun interaction. You're not looking at the outcome. Anytime you're outcome-based, a woman can feel that. And it messes up your whole approach, your whole interaction. It becomes, again, contrived, and she can really feel that, and it's a turnoff. So just keep it fun and playful. Again, your only goal really is to have fun with it and just test it out and see what happens and not be attached to the actual outcome. I know that's hard to do. Part of making this work for you, this mindset, is by actually actively seeking out other women to either date or just interact with. It is okay to have women in your social circle that are just friends. In fact, it's very good for you because you will become a lot more comfortable around women when you've actually practiced being around women, especially the ones that you're not interested in. And that will also help you engage more comfortably with her friends. So if you run into her or you happen to be with her when she's with her other friends, you can also kind of flirt a little bit with her friends in a playful, bubbly way, nothing too intense, which will also activate her competition gene and make her see you in a different light, especially if any of her girlfriends respond well to you. And hey, what the heck, you might even get one of them instead that you actually like better. So you definitely want to watch my videos in the playlist I created about the friend zone to make sure you're not doing anything wrong in the friend zone, to make sure you're doing everything right in the friend zone, and also how to get out of the friend zone. So watch those videos now.